All right, welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Neat Talk on the Rocks. Tonight, we're going to be focusing on a little thing called the Infinity Bottle. There may be a lot of questions out there about what exactly is an Infinity Bottle, or I've heard of one before. I just don't know what it is. So today, we're going to take care of that. This is a crystal glass decanter, empty. Always, before you start a project like this, make sure to clean your bottle thoroughly, which usually entails, I bought this about a week ago, specifically for this episode. And basically all I did was you run it through the dishwasher. Mine doesn't have the little plastic guard around the top. It's just glass on glass. If it does have the plastic top, I believe they're removable. Or just put boiling water in it. That's all I did. I filled a pan on the stove, boiled it, poured hot water in all the way up to the neck, and then have it overflowing, and then poured some on the cap, and that's it. Let it empty it out. Let it dry. So, an infinity bottle, by definition, is quite simply a blend of whiskeys that you happen to have on hand that you fill X amount into this bottle, and then basically until it's full. And then as you drink it, you add more to it. So it doesn't have to go in any particular order, as far as I know from what I've read and what I know about it. Doesn't have to go in any particular order. You can have any whiskey, any bourbon, any scotch, any Islay, any Irish, anything. The whole point is that an infinity bottle, like the name, never runs out. So you take a glass, 2 glasses, half a bottle, and then you add to it. What you add to it can greatly affect how it's going to taste. So today, you can't really see. I have a glass, and yes, I know, controversial, I have ice in my glass. I'm going to be drinking some whiskey with you guys on this episode. And to touch on the whole ice topic, I know that it's a very a touchy subject, like I said again. But there's a lot of people out there that drink whiskey, and their belief is that ice ruins or waters down, it gets rid of the flavor, it changes everything. Yes, I do realize it's a game changer, but at the same time, what I like to do is I pour my whiskey, and before it even gets really a chance to start diluting, I start drinking it almost immediately. A couple sips, a good amount. Not the whole thing. I'm not shooting it, but I'm definitely getting the strong flavor right off the bat. And then what I like is, over a few minutes of drinking, enjoying the glass, that it kind of opens up with the water and the ice as it slowly melts and it mellows out. That's just, I like the strength in the beginning, and I like it to kind of mellow out and get a little softer as you go on. And then, it's always refreshing, when you go for a second glass, another re-pour, and then it's back to full strength again, if there's any ice left over. So that's just the way that I like to do it. Everybody's entitled to their own ways, and it's all good here on this channel. Please drink your whiskey any kind you like, any way you want, anyhow, and good luck. So, this here is a little tin cup topper. I got 10-year American whiskey from Tin Cup. And I do know that this is exactly, I believe it's 2 ounces per fill. So what I'm going to be doing is, I chose a handful, a little more than half a dozen bourbons, and I'm going to be doing all bourbon on this one. Over here, I picked up this decanter, round with the nice top, so this one's going to be for Irish whiskey. And this one here I picked up, and this is going to be for Scotch. Nice little twist they got in the bottle. So those are all going to be separate channels. Separate episodes, I should say. Alright, so let's get this started. Let's see. So I'm going to start with Elijah Craig small batch. I'm not going to, as I do this too, I'm not going to go in depth about the individual bourbons. That I'll do on other episodes as I, I'll review, I'll taste, all that stuff. Each individual ones on other episodes. But today it's going to be a group, a handful of them, all going into this decanter. Alright, make sure everything's clean. Elijah Craig small batch, 94 proof. I'm going to do one fill of the tin cup. Per round. Got it all in. And we'll see where we get with this. Just throw this on there, absorb some. I'm sure there's going to be a little spilly. Alright, next I'm going to do some Four Roses small batch. Four Roses, 95% or 90 proof. And I believe this one is a blend of four. The small batch beige label is, I think, 4 of their bourbons. This is the first take from this bottle. This little thing's working out pretty well, actually. And this is actually Four Roses. This is where I'll take a little for myself. Alright, next in line is going to be, we're going to go a little off and do the Woodford Reserve Wheat Whiskey. That'll be the next one we add, because I don't want to put 6 different bourbons in here and for it to taste like a complex bourbon. I want it to have a little zing to it, a little different flavor. I want to spice it up a little bit, change it, see what we get from it. So, wheat whiskey. Alright, and now let's see. Ooh, we're going to darken it a little with some Eagle Rare. This is good stuff. 90 proof, I believe it is, 45%. And this is my local liquor store's store pick. I had a glass of this already. This is really good stuff. Fly Eagle Rare. Haven't missed one drop yet. Alright, now we're going to go, we'll add a little legend to it. The Buffalo Trace. Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. 45% again. A lot of these are in the 45% range, it seems. And that's fine. Oh, dripped a little. Get in there. We're going to have to Might have to filter back around to a couple of these. Which is fine. That's kind of what I was intending anyways. I got 4 in there, so 4 out of 8 I think I'm gonna add, and we're maybe 40%. This next one is really good. This is Deceptivus bourbon whiskey, and it's finished in Portuguese port barrels. So I'll be doing a episode on that. This is really good. What's the and each one you add to this is gonna add a little bit, change the flavor. It hopefully makes it more complex. So this one's 85 proof, so a little bit less on the proof scale, but that's all right. All right, let's go to my home state, Boston, which we're kind of in the middle of a snowstorm right now. If you see my breath, it's because the wood-burning stove is having a little trouble keeping up. It's pretty cold these days, but that's all right. So next one we're gonna add is Hudson Whiskey Baby Bourbon. This is 46%, and this is gonna add a little something. So this is a whole grain mash. So this is, I believe this is like 100% or close to it corn. So very sweet. Some people that have tasted it says they say that it coats your mouth, and I believe it's because of the sugars from the corn. Ooh, this might end up being real interesting and good. And the cap fell off of the bottle. Put in the comments what do you think? Let me know what you think the best adhesive to use on cork caps is. I don't want to put anything on the cork and then have it bleed into the whiskey or drip down. Now this is a new one in my liquor store that I picked up a little while ago, and it's really good. I find myself drinking it a lot. Legend, and this is it says it's a unique bourbon, Kentucky, and it's finished in wine sherry cask, 94 proof. Let's get a little. Oh, wow. It's been a while since I've had 4 roses. I almost forgot how, wow, just smooth and sweet it is. Legend, like I said, very good. Ooh, another question I have too for the comments, if anybody can enlighten me, that I've been pondering. Bottles like this is a really good bottle. Nice shape. I like simple bottles. I don't like decanters that have all the lines or try to do like the diamond effects in it or the etched. I just like clear, nice, clean bottles. Now this is a perfect bottle with a perfect cap. The only thing is this etching on here is like, it's not a sticker. It looks permanent to the bottle. I'm sure it was something they laser or painted on, whatever, but if anybody has any idea what I can use to melt this shit off of here, so that I can have just a clean bottle, that would be greatly appreciated. It looks like this little one up top is a sticker maybe, but the rest is like, there's got to be something, a chemical or something, or put it in fire, I don't know, melt it off. Alright, from my last of the first round, I'm going to go with 1792, Bottled in Bond, also Very nice, smooth. This is 50%, 100 proof. So this out of all the, I think there's 8, 9. Out of all the 9, this is the strongest one that we're putting in here, and that's okay. There are some people, preferences are all according to what you like. This is just happens to be what I chose at the time for this bottle in particular. There are a lot of people that are in the community, in the whiskey world, that say, they feel that they only want to drink, whiskeys above 100 proof or whatever, but these are all, in my opinion, they're all really good. So no worries there. Now, let's see. I have a decision to make. Now, I'm at about probably 70%. I can put some more in. The question is, so this is the first round. The question is, what makes the cut for the second round? Actually, you know what? From my shelf here, this is an all-time favorite. I think everybody knows this name, 10-year. Henry McKenna. I'm going to add, because this is great stuff, I'm going to add one of this. Pretty hard to find in my area, Henry McKenna, but you can find it. You got to shop around. This is pretty much, this is 100 proof bottle and bond. Barrel number 9,541. Barreled on 11/16/09. And this stuff is, you'll be hard pressed to find another bourbon that just tastes as well balanced and smooth and delicious as this. Henry McKenna. Alright, so there's a good amount of bourbons in there already. See, the second sip, I can already feel it getting sweet and smooth. I think I'm gonna go Hudson whiskey again, just to get a little bit different flavor in there. Like I said, the reason why I'm doing it is because I don't want it to taste like your old grandpappy's old little $20 whiskey bottle stash under his mattress. I'm gonna go Eagle Rare. This is really good, it's unique, it's store pick. Has its own unique flavor, so that'll add uniqueness to this Franken bourbon. This thing's working out well. I was gonna get like a measuring cup from the kitchen or something, but that's not doing too bad. Let's see, Deceptivus. I think I'm gonna hit you again. We're almost there. I'd say probably 85. Oh, lost a tiny bit, but that's alright, just a tiny. Don't shoot me, alright? Don't shoot me. Let's see. I almost wish this was a live feed, because then I could get could get comments from people in real time telling me which ones to go with, but that's the great thing, honestly, about this scenario, is because as I drink this, more needs to be added. And it doesn't have to be, I can add anything. It doesn't have to be these ones that I'm adding right now. Let's see. I can do my legend. Let's do the legend again. And then maybe we'll go Buffalo Trace. Or maybe I should go Woodford for the wheat. I'd be interested to know in the it looks like I'm going to have room for maybe one more, and then this is going to be full. Yeah, maybe a half a one. Legend. Oh, that's interesting. So I never noticed this before. What's going on here? On the bottle here it says Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey, partially finished, wine cherry casks. Says Legend Distilling Co., Claremont, Kentucky, U.S., but on the cap here it says Kentucky, Japan. I don't know if you can see that. Kentucky, Japan. That's strange. Makes me wonder if Japan has their hand in this a little. That'd be interesting. Very bummed about the Hibiki Harmony. For years I've been drinking Hibiki 12 year, and then a few years back they ran out of stock, but from what I hear, it's only a temporary thing for a couple of years, 5 to 10 years, maybe, hopefully not that long, and then the 12 and the 17 will be starting to come back out on the market. Let's top it off with some, oh, what do you think? Woodford or Buffalo? I wish I had you in my computer. You could tell me which way to go. In the comments, if you could, if you're watching this and you have the time, let me know what you would have chose. I'm gonna have to go with. I'm gonna go Woodford, I guess, just because Woodford has the wheat. Buffalo Trace is just a basic, good but basic bourbon, and I think there's a good amount of basic bourbons already in there. I'm gonna do a half. Let's see where we're at. Yeah, see, right there. That's gonna be the bottom. Sorry about that brief pause for a minute there. So I'm kind of deep in the woods right now in my studio. The woods are all back that way, and I literally just heard like something getting murdered out there. It was just like a group of raccoons that were fighting over food or something. My apologies. Whenever I hear, whew, I just ran through the snow, see what was going on. I always feel like I have to be a superhero and try to save someone. Especially after a glass of whiskey. Alright, anyways, I broke up the fight. Out of breath. I didn't know what to expect. It sounded like it was a group of wolverines, which are not in this area, but it was pretty nasty. Alright, so anyways, back to the topic. Mission complete. That is one sexy bottle blend of bourbon. Now, I'm going to let this sit. I'm not even going to try it today. What I'll do is on another episode, when I go through one of these reviews, I'll break it out and I'll try it. I'll try a half a glass or whatever, and see what the flavors are. They say it's important to let it sit because the flavors, everything in here needs time to incorporate, just like anything you mix. Actually, you know what? I might have a little bit of it right now, just so I can base a comparison on. For roses, excellent as always. This at my store, I want to say 27 bucks. I think that's what it was. I'm going to be getting the Four Roses small batch, I forget what they call it. It's the black labeled one, almost the exact same bottle. Look, small batch, black label or dark label. And I believe that the only difference between that one is the proof. I think this one's 90 proof. I think that one's 100 proof. And I believe this one's mixed with 4 bourbons of theirs, and I think the other one is mixed with 7. When I grab that one, I'll confirm. Glencairn. I'm not going to do this one on ice. Don't shoot. This should taste considerably different from even the Four Roses. Excited. Look at that color. That color is amazing. Like a rich amber, red, brown, gold. It's like red and gold. On the nose, it's a little hard. I'm getting like as of right now, I'm getting a little bit of the sherry, the corn, the wheat, everything that was put in there. Kind of just mashed together like a beef stew. Woo-hoo. Whew. It's got a little bite. It's got a little bite. But that's good. That's good. I can't really describe it right now, but I will do my best to describe it in a day or two.